my name is Jessica Blyler, and this is my engineering design process on infiltration and runoff. Ask and imagine, how does soil and land cover impact of infiltration and runoff? So plants, grass, trees, etc. can keep the soil from being pushed into the rivers, streams, creeks, etc. during heavy rain. The more vegetation along waterways helps keep this water cleaner. So I imagine testing 3 different types of soil, a fully vegetated one, so completely full of grass, a leafy stick one, and then one that was just soil. To investigate this, to investigate the amount of runoff in each. I used the WikiWaters watershed site that we were given to kind of simulate what my bottles specifically might look like. So in my bottle 1, I was going to have specifically just soil. And then I kept, in each of the categories on the website, I kept group C for the soil type, and I also kept the precipitation the same for 8 centimeters. I used the same soil in each, I just changed what was kind of in it. So the first one I picked crops or an area being tilled since it was mostly soil, and I got 4.4 centimeters runoff and a 3 infiltration. Then for bottle 2, which I added some like mulch-like in it, I got 2, which I picked the pasture one on the website, on the simulation, and then I got 2.6 centimeters runoff and 4.9 infiltration. And for the last one that I was going to have mostly grass in, I picked the grassland on the simulation, and I got 2.2 centimeters runoff and a 5.3 infiltration. And I found that my actual results in my investigation were pretty similar to this, just with the amount that changes over adding more grass and vegetation to the bottles. So plan and create, I used the resource, the erosion bottles from Nature Watch down here to follow those instructions to create my model. Here's my model down below, and then up top you can see pretty clear. There is definitely some dirt in there, a little bit clear, and then pretty mucky on the last one. So to improve this, I thought that I could definitely add more vegetation. My roots didn't go the whole way down, so I think some of that bottom is definitely being run off. I think I could have added more mulch to the middle one. I should have probably been more careful during the experiment. One of mine actually fell over, so that was a little bit of a hiccup during the middle of it. And then I probably should have let the water settle a little bit more, dump the water maybe a little bit slower. So I connected this to the next generation science standard to make observations and or measurements to provide evidence of the effects of weathering or the rate of erosion by water, wind, ice, or vegetation, specifically testing the amount of vegetation. And lastly, to align this with the STEM practices, mine aligned mostly with science. I didn't see too much technology or math. I did measure the water, and I used like simple technology like scissors and things like that, but I didn't use any in-depth technology. Science, we asked the question right off the bat, how does vegetation affect the runoff? I developed and used models, so I'm using the bottles and the soils to catch the runoff, and that would have been my investigation, my construction and explanation here. And then I've also, I'm communicating my results. I think I'm really defining the problem in engineering as well, but most of that it stayed on this side of the STEM practices. Thank you so much.